Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your hostess with the mostest, and we're gonna do some roastesses. Yeah, listen. Give me a break, okay? It's the best I can come up with in the limited amount of time that I had. Yes, we're gonna do some roasting and boasting. A lot of people have been asking for the roasting video. Oh, and by the way, you guys seem to really like the dispatch video, the testing. We did some testing, right? 13 teams testing on dispatch. And by the way, a lot of people suggesting to use Raven with, Proxima and Mephisto and or Loki, and it was like about 2 minutes. I'll tell you that it was about 2 minutes, so it just wasn't cutting it to be a real competitor in the race. Oh, and another thing, I have to give a disclaimer here. So for the next few days, I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload any videos for, it might be like at least 3 days. I'm going to try. I'll tell you what's going on. So my sister, I have a younger sister, and she just moved. She was living in Brooklyn, and she moved to North Carolina, and I'm going out there with some other family, and we're gonna build her a deck. Yes, she really wants a deck. So we're gonna go. We're packing some things up, and we're going out. And it's gonna be like, a cool little family trip, and we're gonna build her a deck. So it should be fun. I don't know, maybe I'll do like, some like vlog type stuff. If I can't upload any future fight videos, although I should be able to upload. I should be able to at least a couple. I'm gonna bring my stuff with me, and I should have some time, at night to be able to bring you guys some content while I'm out. But if you don't see anything uploaded from me, then that's the reason. But if it turns out to be where I just can't upload anything, when I get back, I will certainly be bringing you guys content, right? Just like I am. So let's rock and roll here. We got first up on the roasting, we have Don Game X. He says, nice video. So he's commenting on, this is the Mephisto ABX, Mephisto and like Moonstone ABX deal that I just did. He says, nice video. I have a rage on my Mephisto. Should I give him my only judgment? I want to know if he could score better with judgment, though it is not reforged. Okay, so here's the deal. Mephisto, he will perform better in all game modes with the judgment, except ABX. ABX, he's going to do better with the rage. So if you want to score better in ABX, give him the rage. Me personally, if for me I had no forged CTPs, I'd give him the judgment, and I would just take the loss on the ABX, because, if you don't have forged CTPs, then you're not really super competitive. Like, if you're not placing in the top 100 ABX, like, what's the big deal? Honestly, even for me, placing as high as I do, I even make decisions where I'm giving characters a CTP that it might not be best for ABX, just because I value other game modes more than I do ABX. Because what are you getting out of ABX? Like, unless you're placing, first? Unless you're first. If you're not first, then you're last, right? Ricky Bobby style. So that's what I would do. Me personally, I'd put the judgment on them, and take the short loss on ABX. And here's the thing: if you want to, if you say you did have a mighty, it needs a pretty good roll to beat rage, and that pretty much goes for any character that could work with the judgment, like Scarlet Witch, Ghost Rider. They need a very nicely rolled judgment, mighty judgment, in order to beat rage there. For Super Giant, I'm not quite sure on that, but in any case, let's get to it. IGN Smart 7180. Let's rock and roll. And here we go. We got Smart 7180. I bet he's really smart, guys. All right. So, by the way, I don't screen the callers here. Listen, I go into the comments. I'm ready to go. And I see first IGN. Boom, boom, boom. Popping up on the screen. And we rock and roll. All right. So, what do we got here? I got his cards pulled up here. And he's already crafted 2 full cards. And he's got 1 star left on his last one. Those would have been the 3 first cards that I would have crafted as well. Let's check out the stats on this. So we've got physical attack, ignore, defense, recovery rate, 5 quality. Okay. And I say this, depending on how deep your card pockets are, how deep your pockets are filled with cards, would depend on, whether or not I go ahead and I craft that particular card. But with the amount of cards that we get, it seems like it's not a bad idea to craft a card, craft a good card, right? Black Panther, Cable, Guardians of the Galaxy card, craft them, and then if you don't like the roll, you could always roll it while it's equipped, right? You can, you know, get 100 cards. You should end up with something decent. This is what I would do. Every time you get 100 cards, 100 mythic cards, then you can go in and roll the card that you want the better stats on. And within those 100 rolls, you should find something a little bit better than what you had, right? Kind of like what I did. If you caught that video. Okay, this is a very good roll. I probably wouldn't change that. That's going to be a tough one to change. That'll be like one of the last ones I would change. Here we go. We got crit rate, energy attack, and attack speed. That's a really good roll too. Again, you know, there's definitely room for improvement on these two most of all, because there's still an attack stat that's hidden within those cards. This one, I'd probably wait for something better, right? Baby Spider, Luna, White Fox, you know, one of those cards to actually, and then replace that one. All right, what do we got for cards? Okay, so he's got, I mean, you got a lot of ignore defense, a lot of cooldown. You got, I mean, your stats are looking good. They're looking good. This one here, you got good stats on this, but you got the wrong colors, right? You want to get at least 2% pierce on every card. So you got some, right, that ignore defense. Like, you don't need that much ignore defense. So you could sacrifice that, get another blue star there. You can, you know, the cold resist. You know, once you get more premium cards, I'd go ahead and roll that, and then same with these as well. It's gonna be hard to roll that max HP. I'd probably just leave that energy attack blue. Most meta characters in the game, they deal energy attack, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. All right, here we go, rocking out into Smart 1780, I think it was, his characters here. All right, so he's got Mephisto, right? He was asking me about Mephisto in the Rage. All right, I'll first of all finish off his Uru. Mephisto is an absolute monster. He's one of my favorite characters in the game to play. He's one of the strongest characters in the game. Me personally, like I said, I'd give him Judgment for sure. Okay, Rage on Null. All right. I mean, you don't have any Pierce, do you? You have no Pierce at the moment. You have 2% Pierce. So you're not going to be influenced too much with the Rage and Pierce deal that's going on, but as you get more, and you're going to want to get more, you're always going to be going for that. It's going to affect it, but I don't know, maybe don't be too concerned about it now. Get Scarlet Witch's new uniform, 100%. Rank that bad boy up. She turns into a monster. Much better with Judgment. Once you start getting Pierce, this guy's falling off. I will tell you, right, she has Ox High. You want to roll Overdrive or Power of Angry Hulk, the extra attack, right? Because you instead of HP, you have an attack, and it's like having like another Odin's Blessing on the character. Okay, binary power with regen on this guy, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, authority on him, I don't know, man. I'd give him a regen. He's still an AC monster. He's one of the best characters for AC, still nonetheless. And so Apocalypse, he's one of the characters that performs better in ABX with a Judgment above a Rage. Rage on him, Greed on her. All right, get this guy's uniform. He is very good as the maker. He'll do some real work for you. Okay, Destruction on Deadpool. Deadpool's still pretty good for Alliance Conquest, although I think his new uniform is actually a bit better. Actually, I had a little bit of time to pop in and play AC, and this Deadpool just kept on wiping the floor with me, man. Wiping the floor with me, and I don't know what. He was like on steroids or something. I don't know. He's just a very good character. All right, good. I like to see it. I mean, dude, your characters look like you got them built. You got them built right. You got them built nice. I see some empty slots and CTPs on characters that have just fallen off, and it's not a bad choice. As a matter of fact, I don't know. Maybe you strip Namor. That's also not a bad choice. Although we probably see a uniform for him soon. Maybe. Hopefully we do. Patience on Daredevil. That might be a good choice. Although you might need guard break. You might want that guard break on this guy. Greed, I think Greed actually works very well on him. So if you're one of the people who have Greed, it's just sitting in your inventory like, man, who do I give this to? Daredevil could be your guy for that. Okay. Luna with the Rage, not bad. With some Odin's Blessing, she's a monster for ABX. Still nonetheless, is she the longest? I think she's the longest reigning champ for ABX, isn't she? Loki, he's still very good. We're still to find out if Supergiant is actually going to blow Loki out, if she's going to make Loki irrelevant basically for everything. If she could score higher than Loki, then Loki is irrelevant. Well, Dispatch, he's got his Dispatch use, and I don't know if I'll ever strip Loki. He's my guy. Plus we have his show coming up, right? So I'd keep his build the way it is, right? You got some Odin's Blessings on him, the Rage, Fully Awakened ISO 8 set. I wouldn't touch that. For me, Mystique is now an Insight character. I like to see a binary power with the regen. Very, very nice. And it's got a nice roll. Energy on this guy, although Moon Knight's falling off. I never thought I'd see the day, but I don't use Moon Knight anymore. I have a full stack on the guy. I got a full stack, fully awakened ISO 8 set, and he has a mighty energy, and I don't use him. Story mode, guys, story mode. That's about it. Judgment on him. Okay, this is what you want to do. You need to roll this thing. The chain hit damage is way too low. 11.7, you want this to like 16. Get it to like at least 16. Don't be super concerned about the all attack because the chain hit is much more important than the all attack. So you definitely do that. Okay, some characters for you to actually work on. Rogue is very good. Proxima, right? I saw, right? You don't have her. Yeah, she was one of your other characters that you had on the team up. So Proxima, Rogue's very good. Super Giant. Call. Now here's the thing, between Corvus and Call is going to be way better for World Boss. Corvus is going to score higher than Bullseye. You don't even have Bullseye, so don't do Bullseye. Just don't do Bullseye. He's not, I mean, okay, if you want to score the most in ABX, it's a swap method. It's a swap between Bullseye and Corvus, but I would just go for Corvus. Don't even worry about Bullseye. I'm guessing somebody else is going to come into the meta and replace probably both of them, or it's going to be another swap deal with Corvus and then this next character. So you got Proxima, Call Obsidian, Super Giant, Corvus if you want ABX, right? Because who are you using right now? You're using Raven for that day. So you can't really put insight on her. I mean, you got a little bit of a dilemma. Dormammu, I just like Dormammu, but he's just, I don't know, man. He's not cutting it. He's really good for AC. Very good. Dormammu, Apocalypse, Wasp. So Dormammu lead Apocalypse and Wasp. And they murder. But all right, that's it. You got your work cut out for you. Your account looks good, man. You're doing things and you're doing them right. All right, who do we got up next? All right, here we go, guys. Next up, we got Go Rav Kumar. He says, I have Mephisto built up. He's not helping. Using Psych Lead, Human Torch, Mephisto on stage 19. Not able to clear Mephisto stage 19. He's not doing any damage. Man, that is a bummer because I'm able to clear the highest stage I could actually use Mephisto on for Mephisto. Actually, I've been doing like stage like 43. It's comfortable. I get through it rather quickly. But I could do a higher stage, 100%. Mephisto's a boss. Why are you clearing him? I don't know. Let's find out. Here. Let me get this out of the way. All right, what do you got? Oh, your cards look very good, my man. You got all premium cards. You got some of the best cards in the game here. And how much Pierce you got? You got 10% Pierce. You have how much energy attack? Man, you got, let's see, 74. So you got like what, 117 energy attack. You should be able to clear that. In stage 19, you got all attack there. Oh man, you got the wrong color on that last stat. But I don't know, if you just have 2% Pierce on every card, which you do, you know, I wouldn't be super concerned about it unless you get a stack of premium cards. But the rolls on these cards are very, very good. Just kind of lower quality, but lower quality with better stats could be better than higher quality with garbage stats. So your cards look good though. It looks like you're doing some good things here. All right, so Mephisto, let's see. You got Power of Angry Hulk. It's because you have a rage on him. That's why. That's exactly why. Because you have 10% Pierce and you have a rage on him. So if you put a judgment on him, you'll be able to annihilate that stage. That's your problem right there. Boom, solved. All right, and yeah, because otherwise the build looks good. Yep. Actually, what you want to do is, I mean, dude, Mephisto's totally worth getting all 5 slots amplified. So you got 4 there, well, you got 3 4-star crit rate. So I don't know, that might not be super beneficial there. You got it on the energy attack here. Yeah, get that fully amplified on this one, and I wouldn't necessarily worry about that one. All right, and what do you got? No, with the rage. Yeah. So here's the thing. Any character you have a rage on, because you have 10% Pierce now, is going to suffer, and they're going to suffer big time. I wish they would just fix it. I wish they would just, I don't know, what they could do to make it, like, I don't know, change some things. Change what the actual effect is, but, like, put Rage back on pace with how it was with Judgment before Pierce. Because Rage was always outperforming Judgment in all cases, all game modes. Not anymore. Not for World Boss anyways. So that's the thing. That's the struggle with Odin. He's still very good, but he's just not as good as a lot of the other characters because he can only use a rage. He doesn't work with energy. What do you got on her? What do you got? Crit damage, mind damage 200. Okay, that might work on her. And what do we got on this guy? So you got overdrive with the regen. That's not Not too bad. You can never go wrong, right? If you have a PvP character, you can never go wrong with like an Overdrive or Power of Angry Hawk, or a Hawk's Eye might be even better as an ISO 8 set for a character if you want an attack ISO 8 set on them with a PvP build. Okay, and yeah, so I mentioned this for one of the other guys, that Judgment on Apocalypse is going to score better for ABX, and it's going to do better in other game modes as well. So, I mean, dude, it looks like you're doing things, and you're doing things right. I mean, you got CTPs, you got Insight on Cyclops. I like to see it. Nothing on Magneto, doesn't matter. What do you got on her? That doesn't really matter either. Judgment on her. So yeah, again, you want to roll this. You need higher chain hit. I'd say at least 16% chain hit on a Judgment. And here, I'm gonna look at some. Okay, Mighty CTP with 4% beatdown. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. 4%. I don't know. The lowest for me, I go like 5% is the lowest. Me personally, I'd probably roll that. And so for any character that does elemental damage, I would give him a Judgment if I had a Judgment. Anybody who's actually worth it, like Ghost Rider is very good. Thor, I don't know. I wouldn't prioritize Thor, but yes, Rogue, Scarlet Witch, Mephisto. Who else we got? Human Torch. You got a. Okay, so this is good. This is a really good, nicely rolled Judgment. Yeah, so like I would set my standards at what the stats are on here, as a matter of fact. Nice, you got beatdown with 6% on Moonstone. I bet you rocks out with that. Okay, I see you working on Proxima. Yes, finish Proxima, finish Call, get his uniform. Where is Supergiant? You don't have Super... Man, you got to get Supergiant, man. She is just so good. So there you go. Your next characters, Proxima, Call. So, I mean, basically the whole Black Order. Corvus, you know, he's going to bring some ABX value. Corvus is he's like kind of the odd man out. He's very good for World Boss Legend, but he's just not as good as the others. Proxima, Call, and Supergiant, they rock it out. They're top of the meta in everywhere, in like every game mode right now. Call, maybe not so much. Proxima and Supergiant are a bit stronger. They're a bit more universal in terms of, you know, where their uses are actually applied. Call is just... He's kind of just like World Boss Legend, but he honestly, he does kind of struggle after the 30 bars. I've tried playing with them, and, you know, you gotta have some finesse with his skills there. All right, hopefully that helps you out. You got your work cut out for you. Let's move on. Alrighty, here we go. Next up, our next contestant here is NVA Gaming. Is Valk a villain? Nope. Kind of cheating on the villain side. Laugh out loud. Nice video, though. I use White Fox, Odin, and Loki. Fastest for me. IGN Lord Annexus. So, oh, is that the team you use, huh? Because it looks like you watched my video, buddy. It looks like you watched my video. Proxima Midnight, Loki, and Mephisto. Yeah, you know you're using that team now. I know you're using. I bet so many people are using that team now if they have these characters built up, because it's the fastest team. Why wouldn't you use it? All right. Let's look at this man's cards here. Okay, so hang on. Let's look at his card. Okay, so he has 22.5 max HP. But he's got this card here, and he's got it fully crafted. He's got all blue stars on it. I'm just confused. Why would you do that? It doesn't look like you're really after PvP. This is the only PvP type card you have, but you got 22% max HP. I don't know, man. I'd swap this card out. I just would. that would be me, unless you're looking for like a hybrid set. Actually, as a matter of fact, it seems like I was having a conversation with another top player, and it seems like a hybrid set is the way to go. Like you can have like a crazy amount of max HP. It's like 90%, 80 or 90. I think it's like 80% max HP, and you're only losing like 5% on the attack side by having a certain set. If you guys want to know about that, let me know, and I'll make a video talking about this hybrid set that you only lose a tiny bit of attack, but you gain like a crazy amount of max HP. But you gotta have premium. You gotta have premium rolls on premium cards and premium crafted stats as well. But it's definitely something that I think some of the more top players are going to be navigating towards. All right, so you got all blue stars. I don't know. I just keep it. I guess just keep it. You know, it's 5% pures plus. You're literally not getting anything on the crafted side, though. Like, you got the 7 quality. Like, what are you getting? You're getting 11% max HP, 5% attack, and 5% energy attack. I don't know. My opinion, that's you're losing. You could have a card here that's giving you so much more than that. I know you got all blue stars, and it's going to be tough, but I don't know. That would be something that I would look to change. All right, and what do you got here? Okay, so you got 2% Pierce on this card. You got some physical attack. All right, and what are the rolls on it? So, yeah, again, here, I get 100 cards and roll this card here. Roll this Black Panther card. I mean, what are you going to lose? What do you got to lose here? Not much. And you got physical attack with attack speed. Okay, that's fine, right? 7 quality. Although most meta characters, they do energy attack. So if that was like energy attack, you could sit a little bit more comfortably. But because it's physical, All right, you got both attack stats with dodge. Very nice. And you got 1 attack stat. I mean, how much cooldown? You have basically 49% cooldown. You have 43% ignore defense. So you definitely don't need the cooldown. Got some dodge and physical attack. How much dodge? 25% dodge? I don't know. Do you really need that much dodge? I don't think so. I'd go ahead and roll this one. Those two would be my top priority. Boom, boom. All right, characters. Okay, Mephisto, you got a rage on him. All right, that much Pierce. I bet he's struggling. He is struggling in World Boss for you, right? Just like the last guy. Just like the last. Came to clear stage 19. That's bananas. And he had like, what, 100 and almost 120% energy attack? Yeah, I would throw a judgment on that guy. That's just me, though. No, how does he perform for you? Let me know, because I don't know. Like, I'm just not crazy about Null. I don't use them. I don't know. Let me know who out there actually uses Null to clear their content, and what you have on him. If you have Pierce on cards, and if you have a rage on him, or if you have energy, because he struggles with the rage. He definitely struggles with the rage if you have Pierce. Energy on him, okay, not too shabby, but I don't know. Quicksilver's falling off. I put a greed on him, guys. I took his energy off and I put a greed. I had a forged mighty on him. Okay, or forged energy. Yeah, forged mighty. Yeah, forged energy. Okay, rage on Dormammu. Okay, not too shabby. I don't know. Do you use him? I don't use my Dormammu really. I have a forged judgment on him. He's definitely much better with it. All right, okay. Molecule Man. I like Molecule Man. I do. He's very expensive. He's uber expensive, and his only use is timeline, but he is very good in timeline. He has he's like a one-trick pony, guys. Wouldn't go for him. He's like a luxury. He's a luxury to have. And then Odin, I just had this conversation. He's kind of fallen off a little bit because he can only use a rage. And rage on Proxima, yeah, she can do better in ABX, but she's not used. Supergiant can score more. Although, well, so for Blast, or no, for female villain, I think unless you have like a brilliant or a very nicely rolled mighty on Supergiant, Proxima and Moonstone might score more. So having the rage on her might be a little bit better. All right, you got rage on Scarlet Witch. Right, she's gonna do well in ABX for you with that. And okay, what else we got? What else we got here? Rage on this guy. Yeah, so if you're having a hard time in World Boss, I'm not going to repeat the same thing over and over again, but if you're having a hard time in World Boss, I would, look for other options other than a rage. If they can work with energy, or if they can work with judgment. In this, that's going to be tough just because they're so bad to roll, but I'd get like 100 obelisk, 6-star obelisk, and maybe roll this thing in hopes that you actually get something decent. I mean, the all attack and chain, that's okay, but the type, you got 20% on that, and you use 2 to get it. You want it to perform as best as it could be, right? And then Hulk, he's an Alliance tournament monster. Outside of that, he's got AC use, though. He's got some AC use. But timeline, he's falling off. It's a damn shame. I started watching. I didn't finish, but it's Red God Hulk. I think it's like Red God Hulk. I gotta finish watching it. I just didn't have the time, but it looks interesting. It looks nice. All right, what do you got in this guy? Mighty with the 20. Wow, 19.4 chain hit. That's pretty good, but the 20%, that hurts. That hurts for sure. Take this rage off of Beta Ray build. Give him an energy, man. He's gonna do so much better for you with an energy. 100%. A mighty energy on him. Give this guy a judgment. I tested this. He did so much better with a judgment. All right. Okay, so it looks like you got the right idea, man. You got the right idea. All these accounts that I pulled up, I can't really say much bad about it other than the whole card situation, but you guys are doing things right. Maybe swap some CTPs around just to perform better in other game modes, right? You got the Pierce. Rage is it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. That's just those are the facts on the ground. Luke Cage, I love Luke Cage. He is a go-to for me. And Daredevil, where's Daredevil? There he is. Got a rage on him. Nah, man, dude, get that off him. Put a greed or a regen on him, and he will annihilate. Okay, so Super Giant. You don't have Super Giant. Get her, right? Awaken her, or I would do her before Call. I just think she's better. She's more. She could be used in other game modes. Call, he's kind of like he's like a one-trick pony too. He's gonna be, you know, just for world boss. Outside of maybe some PvP type stuff. I still haven't tested him there, but yeah, Super Giant. And who can you tier 3? You got a lot of good tier 3s. All right, so I just had to look because it looks like you have just about everybody. Honestly, I mean, like Vision, you're missing Vision, but like I really don't. I don't use Vision. I was ranting and raving about him how good he was, but he's very difficult to keep the proc where you want it. So I choose not to use him. I choose not to use Vision. I would probably just sink your resources into Awakening, just getting the whole Black Order. The Black Order, every one of them is meta. You can't go wrong with them. Corvus is like the worst one, but he's still very good. So you got his uniform, you got his uniform, and you got her uniform. Get that Transcendence offer. Throw a Mighty Judgment. I know you mess with Mighties, man. I've seen Mighties on other characters. If you don't have a Brilliant, give her like your best rolled Mighty Judgment, and she's gonna rock out. But I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I think I've sprinkled enough gems and knowledge on you guys. The accounts that I pulled up, they all look pretty good. Outside of some things I would change, you know, with cards or you know, builds, rolls with certain CTPs, I would change. But there it is. There it is, guys. And like I said, if I don't upload, you know, for the next few days, or if it's just like maybe, you know, just like a decrease in the amount of videos that I'm putting out, that's the reason. But I'm gonna try to rock out a couple more right now for you guys, and this way, you know, you got something coming in the mix, something down the pipeline. But let me know how you like the video, and stay tuned, guys, because you know I got more stuff. So you stay breezy out there, but most of all, friend, you stay safe now. Peace.